I was pretty excited because this is my second time here. Prior to this deployment, I was stationed for 2 years. My primary MOS is obviously artillery, so I have a background in artillery. But I was excited because I have a lot of junior Marines on their first deployment, and I've been here before, so I know there's a lot of cultural, historical sites, just a lot to experience out here. Last time I was here, I was an avid golfer, so I took advantage of that. What I didn't get to do was visit any battle sites or go fishing or diving, and it's definitely one of the things I do want to do this time around. Okay. Learn the culture, try to learn the language, just the basics, communicate, and just always remember that you're a guest here. Right now we're getting ready to go on our first chance to go out in Liberty out in town, so they're pretty excited. One of the things I stressed out to my junior Marines especially is this is probably one of the better single Marine programs out here in Okinawa, and I told them to take advantage of it. And once they received that brief from the representatives from single Marine program, they're pretty excited, looking to take advantage of that as well. Most excited, probably heading out to Fuji. I enjoyed the training area out there, and obviously some Liberty in Tokyo. That's definitely an experience. We're definitely expecting to learn from them and to teach. Like I said before, I have a lot of junior Marines, so this is going to be their first training evolution as far as in their MOS. And to experience it with another nation and to cross-train is definitely something. It's going to be an experience for them as well. As a whole, mostly experience, MOS credibility, a lot of leadership development. Again, like I said before, I have a lot of junior Marines that on the first deployment just recently joined the unit. So once we get back, obviously there's going to be some continuity, and a lot of experienced Marines and leadership is going to be, as a whole, it'll be progressed. And so when we get new junior Marines, newer Marines on board again, it's, with the continuity we'll have, it's going to strengthen the organization. Well, like any deployment, this is my first time on a unit deployment program. Prior to this, I was actually stationed here. But like any program or any deployment, you obviously do some pre-deployment workups for any sort of situation that may occur. So when you come here, you've already done your pre-deployment workups. Here it's just sharpening your skills in the local environment, local culture. And it just readies you for any call when needed. Definitely going to be, I would say, a little bit more than the culture shock, the environment itself. Obviously, when we go there, it's going to be summertime and the humidity is going to kick in. So the environment, it's going to be a shock to them. And it's definitely the environment they need to prepare themselves for out here, just in case they do get the call. I do have a family. I have a wife and 2 kids. It's always hard, but it becomes routine. They know the routine once I leave. They get used to it. My kids are old enough to know how to Skype and communicate with me or send me emails. So for the junior Marines, it's probably going to be, it's their second time being away from family, first time being recruit training. This one's a little bit further, a little bit longer, but they're adapting to it well. Just that they're excited to be here. They're excited to experience the culture, the history, the food. They just wait for their time to go out the gate and see it all.
Initial thought was coming here is like, it'd be a fun time coming here. Never been in the Pacific, never been to Okinawa. Heard great things about it. A lot of things for the Marines to do out here, like go scuba diving, snorkeling. Biggest thing I thought about was like training with different nationalities, like Korea, Fuji, and other areas we might be able to train, whoever we might be able to train with. Excited for, I would say, going to Fuji, being able to get my guys out there, do some of their sniper skills that they're able to do out in a different country, not back in North Carolina, seeing how they can adapt to the different environment and see what they're able to come up with. It's going to train them to be able to go into a different environment, be able to have that flexibility, be able to adapt to the changing environment, being able to stay flexible so that they're able to accomplish the mission wherever we go. Yeah, I have a wife and a small child. It's hard. It's stressful leaving the families back there because we're used to being with them. The family are so used to us being around. Something new for a lot of these, a lot of my junior Marines, being this is the first time we've been away from home for a long, extended period of time. So being able to keep them engaged, be able to keep them training and doing things that we're able to do will help hopefully mitigate that stress, so that they won't be able to have to think about home as much and be able to get stressed out about it. Definitely being able to adapt to different cultures, be able to experience time with different cultures here will help back home be able to have more eyes open mind about how different cultures look at us, how the different cultures live compared to us, being able to experience that and hopefully bring that back home and you can pass that on to the Marines as well that's coming out.
Just another deployment, really. It'd be pretty sweet to go to Japan, though. I mean, it's just another place that you can mark off your bucket list saying, hey, I went to Japan. I've heard a lot about scuba diving, but that's not kind of my forte. I don't like the little crawlies that are in there. Other than that, just going out in town, seeing all the people there. Apparently they're really friendly, so just going out, talking to people, getting their background of being in Okinawa for so long. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's a barrier, where like the language is different, where they might understand you, the concepts are different, but all in all, being able to actually see what they do and them see what we do, it should be pretty fun, to be honest. Train how you fight. Some are more excited than others. Some are looking forward to the training, looking out to see the actual area around them. I think it's actually pretty cool to look out and see the scenery. That's my personal perspective on it. Hopefully they feel the same. It's a pretty exotic area to be in right now, so just being in a foreign country, to guys who've never deployed especially, they're probably more excited about all this than anybody else would be. Experience of being in another foreign area, training with another military, it's basically it, just experience.
I'm big on nature, so and the beaches, so I was just looking forward to being able to go to the beach daily. I just know that Japanese sushi is like one of my foods that I really like, so that's about all I know about culture out here. It builds a good bond between the nations. Like, we get to work together, they see how we work, we see how they work, and it gives us that positive attitude. Like, if we were to have to go to fight, we could count on each other. It's rough, but it's doable. We practiced last deployment. Only thing hard now is I left a newborn. My son's 4 months old, so that was the hardest part. Imagine the majority of them are excited. Like, we have being able to come to Japan, like they get to train, enjoy, like we get good libo out here, so they'll be able to explore and do all the things that the Marine Corps told them when they signed up about seeing the world. Just the experience of the deployment, just like leadership experience, and then just being able to see the world and go back, take that back home with me, and just like tell everybody what I've seen. Living in the close quarters that we do and working together as much as we will, everybody's going to build a stronger bond between each other.